I just like looked at a Pokemon Space stats for the first time and just laughed because that happened to me recently with this guy Pecharunt. Because what? Like I know there's other Pokemon with high defense. Side note: why are Fortress and Skarmory the exact same Pokemon? But what really kills me is the base 88's like just for every other stat. Because it just looks like they couldn't even be bothered to make any other stats for this guy besides defense. Like, they just had like one goal to make a physical wall, and they did it. God bless your soul. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Pokemon with stats I find pretty funny. So for our first category, this guy falls into that, which is this Pokemon with just one big number and nothing else. Pokemon infamous like this is Onyx, the giant rock snake who is weaker than a baby plant. 50 attack, 45 attack. But I think it's been talked to death how Onyx is just like there to make sure like to stop players from just spamming tackle for the entire game, because even Charmander, who's like Ember is resisted by Onyx, it's still gonna kill Onyx faster with tackle. And I believe a nose pass is somewhere like this because high defense and lower special defense, and they're basically at the same place in the game. They're both rock types, and the ace of the gen's respective first gym leader. And they both got a steel type evolution the generation after they came out, which is pretty neat. So going from a rock type with a high defense stat to a ice type with a defense stat. I don't know why they keep on making these defensive ice types. There's many I can put here, but Avlog is the most infamous for being like it, because I think like they thought that like maybe like with such high defense it will balance out the awful defensive typing. But no, it's still bad. Don't use Avlog. But I actually kind of found a niche in Gen 7 and 8 OU as like a spinner on both teams, because it gets rapid spin, but it's like not the best Pokemon. It's like not that great, really. It's like in C- rank, which is like the lowest rank in those viability rankings. It actually gets like Recover 2, which I don't know why. I kind of just like lumped Avlog in with like Aggron and Gudra as like Pokemon who don't get recovery. But at least it has that going for it. Going from defensive Pokemon to an offensive Pokemon with circuitry. And I guess we'll talk about Kartana too, because these guys are very similar with just how just have like one big attacking stat. But like at least Kartana has like the physical bulk and speed to actually like make a hit. But circuitry just has like such middling other stats. Why would you use this thing? Like, you're not gonna get a move off before it dies, or just. I mean, I give it that like it has like actual like moves, which is better than like most pure electric types. So at least it can like energy ball the ground type switching in, which is pretty good for it, but still ain't that great though. UUBL, because for Tail Glow as well, I think they're just trying to make the ultimate special attacker here. I don't just infinite special attack. Pokemon that's a Bayonet Mega is just like circuitry but for physical attack. And for some reason, it's ranked OU and not Dex. It's not good. Don't use it in the tier. It's not even ranked in the viability rankings. Like, they didn't even make a D rank to say to not use it. It's just that bad. And our next category, which is kind of similar to this one, but it's also another Mega with Mega Beedrill with category being about super min-max Pokemon, because least min-max Pokemon in Generation 13, because good lord. It's two big numbers and nothing else. Special attack of 15, because why would you need it? It's a physical attacker, why would you need a special attack? But I understand why they did this. I saw a post on like /stunfisk for like a mega Ledian, which is just basically just like this again. But like, you gotta make it worth your mega slot. You're not working with a high BST. 495 is not high even for like a regular Pokemon, so you gotta make those stats worth it. And this is the best way to do it. I love Mega Beedrill. I love him so much. He's like definitely my favorite Mega. Like, this is what Megas should have been. Like, you should have given like Mega Aggron and like Pidgeot as well for the like Pokemon. A third stage Pokemon who like is not that great, who needs the buff, and just the prime example of it. Beedrill's awful, infamously awful Pokemon, and this is a solid buff to it. Give it to if Megas are ever brought back, should give it to like Pokemon like this, and not give it to 4 pseudo legendaries. Yeah. Another min-max Pokemon is surprisingly from Gen 1 with Chansey. If you've seen Reverend's like Gen 1 Uber's video, he says that Chansey feels like it came from a mod. And I don't disagree, because literally lowest attack and defense in the entire game. And it has a surprisingly like decent physical move pool for some reason, which it will never use because 5 attack. But and it also for some reason has like an offensive like signature item. Why would you use this ever? You will not attack with Chansey. Just make this like Pokemon any Pokemon can use it. It's not broken. It's not gonna be like that good. But I don't understand. Yeah. Another famously min-max is our beloved Shuckle. I love Shuckle. It's tied for the highest defense in the game with 2 megas. And it just is has highest special defense in the entire game. And it's where it can tank any hit. Any hit will bounce off it. Ignore this stat. This stat doesn't count. Just not a real stat. It doesn't matter. Trust me, bro. But what's like the weirdest thing to me about this is that the dex, it doesn't state why this is. All the dex talks about for this guy is that it can make berries. It doesn't never mentions that like its shell is made of like super titanium or something. No, it just talks about how it can make berries. But I love Shuckle. He's the coolest guy. Side note: due to Shuckle's awful HP stat, its physical bulk is only like slightly better than Tyranitar's, who's like an actual Pokemon. Pokemon that just wider stats are the way they are is Deoxys regular. This might be one of the most like miserable Pokemon out there because Why would you ever use this over Deoxys attack? Like, even with the extra defenses, you're extremely frail to every move. Like, there's only, like, if I were to make, like, Deoxys' regular, like, stats, it'd be, like, 50, 110, 110, 110, 110, 110. Because it's meant to be, like, the balance, like, between all three of them. But no, they just made it shitty Deoxys attack. I don't get it. It's always been ranked in, like, D ranked in Ubers for almost every generation. Except for Gen 4. Because, of course, it's Gen 4. He has a niche, and it's, like, ranked in, like, low B tier. Every Pokemon's like a niche in Gen 4 Ubers. Your uncle probably has a niche in Gen 4 Ubers. But what this guy can do is he can like with a specific like EV spread in its defense, it can tank like 2 Deoxys' speed, extreme speed. And that's its advantage over this guy, because he cannot tank 2 Deoxys speed, extreme speed. And that's literally this guy's entire niche over Deoxys attack in Gen 4, but at least he has like 1 tier that will be good, and because this guy's never dropped to OU. Because if you drop to OU, it's gonna kill everything immediately. This is not normal stats for OU. It will probably never be. Like Gen 30, this will be okay, but that's like a billion years from now. So who cares? So, go from that to our next category of Pokemon. A bulky Gen 3 mixed attacker. And Viper. Dude, there's just so many of these. I don't understand. I don't get like why there's so many Pokemon built like this in from Gen 3. I've heard online is that it's because like the physical special split hasn't happened, and like and Pokemon needs like able to use like both its stats effectively, which like makes sense for like Pecharunt here, because Ground is a physical attacking type, good decent physical attack, and Fire is a special attacking type, so it has a decent special attack. But like Cacturne and both Grass and Dark are special attacks. Why does it have the high? Why is it a mixed attacker then? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get why he's built like this. Make this like, is he like meant to be like a cactus ninja or something? I don't know, but like keeps you like bulky or fast or something. But he's neither. He's just bad. Even make less sense for like Survivor. It's monotype. Why would it ever use its special attack? It's gonna use its stab attack type for poison. Its physical attack. Explode is off. Why would you ever use this? They only made it good when they gave it Scrappy Boom Burst, broken ability and attack combo in the entire game. Don't. Why are there so many home Pokemon built like this? Like Wishcast is also built like this, and it makes sense here because water special, ground physical, but even this, I don't think it's the funniest Pokemon stat category in the entire game. I actually have one more category. Random Pokemon with highest stat being special defense. Why is there 3 legendary birds who all have 125 special defense? Both Zapdos and Moltres both have 125 special attack. Why did you give the Ice type the defensive stats? Why would you do that? I don't understand. What is Ledian? Why does it have Iron Fist and 35 attack? Why do you give it Iron Fist? This was his hidden ability. He got in Gen 5. Was it like a joke? Probably was, because no ability will make this Pokemon good. Why? I don't get why Legos is special defense. I don't get why would it want that. What is Virizion? What is this Pokemon meant to do? It doesn't even succeed. It can't like subseed the Pokemon to death. It doesn't even get that move. This is like it's just so bad. You're gonna hurt attack with this? That's 90 attacking set. This is awful. Why in Gen 6 do we get two special wall dragon types? Dragalge and Gudra didn't need to exist. I swear, the reason why Gudra isn't like dragon poison is because Dragalge came out in the same generation as it. I think that's like why. Don't understand. What is Alcremie? Why is it? What are these stats? They're all awful. I guess like it's like the reason why so many random Pokemon have like high stat special defense is because like it's hard to like tell what being special defensively really is. Because like if you're being like defensive like physically, tanks physical attacks, like Skarmory here, you can tell by its design like oh it's like very sturdy, very like if you try to punch it will like hurt your hand, but it's kind of hard to tell if a Pokemon can tank a Thunderbolt to the face. But why is there two mono psychic types with like its highest stat with 110 special defense? Hitmon didn't even have 110 special defense in Gen 1, had 35 because how the special stat work. This might be one of the worst Foya Pokemon ever. What is so awesome? Why is Polito's high stat? Why is it 100? Why is it Mimikyu's high stat speed? It's Pikachu. It's a Pikachu. Pikachu's high stat speed. Why is it Mimikyu's? Why is it Tinkaton's highest attack? Highest stat attack. It holds a giant hammer. Like I get like the idea. Oh, like the little guy is not strong. Well, pink guy is like strong, but the hammer is strong, so it has a strong move. But they ruined this concept with Rumloom or Ursaluna with basically giving it the same move as getting a Tom Hammer. It's the same gimmick, but like Pokemon with like actual special attack. I don't get it. There's so many of them that I had to make an extra box for Mr. Mime. So yeah, I think that is my favorite. That's what I think is the funniest stats in Pokemon. But what do you think? What's your what do you think is the funniest stat spread in all of Pokemon? Did I mention it? Tell me in the comments. And I hope your stat is special defense.